My dear brothers and sisters, sometimes life feels heavy, like everything around you is falling apart. And no matter how hard you try, nothing seems to change. You pray, you wait, yet it feels like your story is stuck. But what if I told you that this season of silence and struggle might actually be the moment before your breakthrough? Because when Allah is about to change your story, He first changes your heart, your surroundings, and your path in ways you may not understand at first. Every delay, every loss, and every shift in your life could be a divine sign that something greater is coming. In this video, we'll uncover the powerful signs that Allah is preparing to rewrite your story, to turn your pain into purpose and your waiting into victory. So stay with me till the end, because your transformation might already be unfolding. When feeling stuck is a sign of transformation. There are moments in life when everything seems to pause. Your dreams feel distant, your efforts bring no results, and your prayers seem unanswered. This season of stillness can be deeply uncomfortable, but it is not a sign that Allah has forgotten you. In reality, it's often the first stage of divine transformation. Allah allows you to experience stillness so you can reflect, realign, and grow from within before He blesses you with something new. When your life feels motionless, Allah may be protecting you from rushing into the wrong path or giving you time to heal from what hurt you. During this phase, your faith is tested and your patience is strengthened. Allah uses this silence to prepare your heart for the blessings you once prayed for. So, instead of losing hope, use this time to connect with Allah, purify your intentions, and trust that this pause is the doorway to your next breakthrough. 2. Divine rearrangement begins when Allah is about to change your story. One of the clearest signs is that He begins to rearrange your life. Suddenly, people you thought would stay forever may drift away. Certain plans may collapse, and what once felt secure might no longer fit your journey. This can feel confusing and even painful, but every removal has divine wisdom behind it. Allah never takes anything from you unless He plans to replace it with something far better. During this divine rearrangement, Allah clears out what could block your growth, whether it's negative influences, distractions, or attachments that weaken your connection with Him. He knows what lies ahead, and sometimes He must empty your hands so you can receive new blessings. This process might feel like loss, but in truth, it's preparation. When you start losing what you once depended on, it's a signal that Allah is shifting your path toward higher purpose. So, trust His plan even when it's uncomfortable. Every change is a step closer to the story He's rewriting for you. 3. Unexpected peace in uncertainty. When Allah begins to transform your life, one of the most beautiful signs is a deep, unexplainable peace that settles in your heart. Even when your circumstances haven't changed, you may still be surrounded by uncertainty, yet something within you feels calm. This peace is not ordinary. It's a divine assurance from Allah that He is in control. It's His way of saying, "Trust me, I am guiding you." This kind of peace often appears after a period of struggle or confusion. It's the moment when your soul surrenders fully to Allah's will, realizing that His plan is far wiser than your own. You stop fighting what's happening and begin to rest in His decree. That quiet contentment allows you to move forward with faith instead of fear. Even if others cannot understand how you remain calm, you know it's because your heart is anchored in Allah's mercy. This spiritual calmness doesn't mean life will instantly become easy, but it means you've stepped into a higher level of trust. It's a sign that your heart is aligning with Allah's plan, and that peace is proof that the change you've been waiting for is already unfolding. 4. Doors closing for a higher purpose. When Allah is preparing to change your story, you may notice that certain doors suddenly close, opportunities vanish, relationships end, or dreams you once pursued no longer work out. At first, this can be painful and confusing, but every closed door carries divine wisdom. Allah, in His mercy, sometimes blocks what you want to protect you from what you cannot see. He knows what lies ahead, and His rejection is often redirection towards something far greater than you imagined. Sometimes we become so attached to our own plans that we can't recognize when they're not meant for us. Allah intervenes by closing doors that would have led to disappointment or harm. This process teaches us surrender and trust, to stop chasing what isn't written for us and start walking the path Allah has chosen. Every no from the world is a hidden yes from Allah, guiding you closer to your true purpose. So when doors shut unexpectedly, don't let despair take over. Instead, remind yourself that Allah never withholds except to replace with better. What you perceive as an ending might actually be the beginning of the chapter that finally aligns with His perfect plan for your life. 5. Strength and faith are being built. Before Allah changes your story, He often strengthens the foundation of your faith. You may find yourself facing trials that test your patience, endurance, and trust in Him. These challenges are not punishments, but divine training, moments that shape your heart and prepare you to carry greater blessings with wisdom and humility. Just as gold is refined through fire, your soul is refined through struggle. In these seasons, Allah teaches you to rely on Him completely. You begin to realize that true strength doesn't come from worldly success or people's approval, but from deep, unshakable faith. When everything else feels uncertain, your connection with Allah becomes your anchor. Each test you overcome builds spiritual muscles, resilience, gratitude, and submission, qualities needed for the destiny He has written for you. You'll notice that over time, what once broke you now builds you. What once made you cry now makes you pray. That transformation is a powerful sign that Allah is preparing you for a higher purpose. He never wastes your pain. Every hardship is a step toward becoming the person capable of living the story He is about to unfold in your favor. 6. A spiritual awakening happens. As Allah begins to change your story, you'll feel a powerful spiritual awakening within your heart. It's as if something inside you suddenly becomes alive, a deeper yearning to connect with Allah, to seek His pleasure, and to understand His wisdom behind every moment. You may find yourself drawn more to prayer, Quran recitation, and reflection. The things that once distracted you start to lose their appeal, and your heart begins to crave peace through remembrance of Allah. This awakening is not random. It's a divine invitation. Allah softens your heart so you can see life through the lens of faith. You begin to recognize His signs in everyday moments, a verse that touches your soul, a blessing that comes unexpectedly, or a hardship that strengthens your patience. This is Allah guiding you closer to Him, realigning your priorities with your purpose. Through this renewed faith, you start to view challenges differently, not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow spiritually. You realize that true success lies in nearness to Allah, not in worldly gains. When this transformation takes root, it's a clear sign that your old chapter is closing, and Allah is awakening you for a more meaningful, divinely guided life. My dear brothers and sisters, remember, when Allah is about to change your story, nothing can stop what He has written for you. Every test, Every delay and every closed door is leading you towards something greater. Trust His timing and never lose hope in His mercy. If this video touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Purpose Deen for more faith-inspiring reminders. Let's end with a positive prayer. May Allah open new doors of mercy, success, and peace in my life. Comment this below to affirm your faith and inspire others. Insha'Allah.